it's Cliff, and I'm feeling pretty optimistic for the month of April for our crypto gains. Now, obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict the future, but there's a lot of good things in the news and a lot of just general metrics that I'm seeing that I feel like this is going to be a pretty good month. So hopefully that comes true, but let me show you some of the reasons why I'm kind of pumped for April when it comes to our crypto gains. Now, what I got here is a chart for Bitcoin because that is our majority of the market cap for all of the cryptocurrencies, and pretty much everything follows Bitcoin. So this is kind of what we use to gauge where the market's going to be going, because everything for the most part follows Bitcoin. So as you can see here, the column for April, for the most part, it's been all green. There was only 2 months that it was actually in the red, and that was 2015 and 2021. Now, like I said, this isn't written in stone. It's not an indicator that, yes, we're going to have a green month, but if past performance, holds true, then maybe this is an indicator that, or at least a good signal. It's not promised, but it looks good. It definitely helps us emotionally. So hopefully it follows this trend. But as you can see, for starting in November, we've been just kind of falling down into December. And the last few months, we've made a little bit of gains. And especially recently, the price has been picking up. Bitcoin's been kind of moving up a little bit. So hopefully we can continue that into April, because that's definitely what we all want to see to make some money. So one of the indicators why I think the price is pumping has to do with this article, and it states, "Will Strike announce a partnership with Apple at Bitcoin 2022?" And it just kind of goes through different things with Jack Mallers, who is the CEO of Strike. Shows him flipping off a Chase ATM, it looks like. And I've listened to a few podcasts with Jack Mallers here, and he's definitely a Bitcoin maxi, and he gets Bitcoin. So I really like where this is going. He definitely understands Bitcoin, so it should be interesting if this rumor does come true or not. If it does, it's going to be great for us, because you're going to have Bitcoin integrated right into every Apple device. Now, personally, I've never used the Strike app, so I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know, what's going on with it. But just to be that one step closer to mass adoption, I'm all for this, and especially from someone like Jack Mallers, who definitely gets Bitcoin. Now, speaking of that, this week is that Bitcoin 22 conference. So looks like it's April through the 9th, and honestly, I watched this last year for the first time. I've never actually watched a Bitcoin conference like this before. I watched it last year, and not gonna lie, it looked a little bit amateur. There was like people jumping on stage claiming that people should invest in like Dogecoins and stuff like that. So that wasn't really the greatest, but they also had a lot of good people who, I definitely want to listen to what they had to say. So that was good. Also, they had a really good segment. I think it was probably towards the end on Ross Ulbricht. So if you're into that, his mom actually came out and she gave a speech, and it was really good, really emotional. But so if you're not ready for something that emotional, listening to his story, definitely just want to make you prepared. But it was good, so you can find it on YouTube if you want to go back and watch it. But for this, I kind of hope they just kind of up the professionalism maybe a little bit. I mean, I don't want it to be too professional. I want it to be fun still, but with people like rushing the stage and that kind of stuff, hopefully they got better security, or but hopefully that doesn't sound like I'm being negative about it, because this is something that I would want to go to. And I was actually kind of pulling up the tickets here, and one of the interesting things they do, if you pay with Bitcoin, it's actually cheaper to go, which for me, it's kind of difficult. I don't like spending my Bitcoin. I just want to hold on to it. But, it kind of makes it fun. So I would do it. Plus, it makes it cheaper. So, yeah, there's a Sound Money Pass, which is like $99 if you pay in Bitcoin. But I guess this is just kind of like to the entertainment portions of it. If I go, I want, like this right here, the main conference. I want to be in, like, if Jack Mallers is announcing that Bitcoin is being integrated with Strike into Apple, I want to be there and like actually see that. So those tickets are a little bit more expensive. It looks like they are $7.99, and if you get a lot of people going, this can add up really quick. And if I didn't state this, it's in Miami, in case you don't know. But I think it'd be really cool to go. I want to go. For this year, it looks like they're having Yeonmi Park, who is a North Korean defector and a human rights activist. I've actually watched some of her interviews on YouTube, and it's pretty interesting. Really cool stuff. And then also they have, how do you say his name? Safidian Amos? I don't know how to say his name, but his book is The Bitcoin Standard, and that is like one of the greatest Bitcoin books of all times. If you have not read that, that's definitely something you should read, because not only does it help you understand Bitcoin and why it's so important, why people love it so much, but it helps you understand money in general. So I highly recommend that book. It's so good. But just to kind of go through these guys, Nayib Bukele, who is our El Presidente of El Salvador, he's going to be there. That should be cool to see his speech. And I've heard recently there's a lot of crime picking up again with like MS-13 and things like that in El Salvador. So I'm surprised he's not super busy, but it looks like he's got a handle on everything, and he's going to be giving a speech. So that's pretty cool. I got Peter Thiel, who is the PayPal guy. I recognize him. And then as we scroll down, I kind of don't recognize people. Michael Saylor, everyone knows him. MicroStrategy, he's going to give a speech. Definitely know him. Jack Mallers, like I said. Francis Ngannou, if you're into MMA, that's kind of cool. Have someone different. Jordan Peterson. Cynthia Lummis, who's a U.S. Senator. I've seen her around. She's definitely out there advocating for Bitcoin for sure. And she was actually at the last Bitcoin conference, so they invited her back. So that's pretty cool. Kathy Wood, of course, CEO of ARK. Palm's going to be there. And then Aaron Rodgers, if you're into football guy. I'm personally not into football, but hey, that kind of diversifies the crowd, and it's not just nerds like me there, so that's cool. I'll take it. Alex is going to be there from Celsius. That's always great because I'm a huge fan of Celsius. But as I kind of scroll down here, like I said, I kind of don't know the rest of these people, but maybe it would be cool to find out. Yeah, especially as we get down here, I don't know these people. But I'm sure they are important in their own way, and they have something cool to say. So, yep. If you want to get tickets, you can register. It's this week. I think it'd be cool, like I said, at some point if I could go to one of these, even if it is almost $1,000 per ticket. But I think it'd be really fun. And plus, you're in Miami. Why not take some vacation and go do it? So, if you've been to one, please let me know what it's like in the comments, because I've only seen the footage from, like YouTube streaming. So if you've actually been to one of these things, let me know what it's like, and let me know if it's worth the money. But anyway, I just kind of want to move into some fluff of something that I found. If that's not your thing, the news portion, or any investing kind of opinions are kind of done for this video. But one thing I just watched on Netflix is Trust No One, The Hunt for the Crypto King. And if I read the description here for you, it says, when the young founder of a collapsing cryptocurrency exchange dies unexpectedly, irate investors suspect there's more to his death than meets the eye. So I watched this weekend. It was actually a pretty good documentary on this cryptocurrency exchange. And Cointelegraph actually did a pretty good article on it as well. And basically, what happened is there was a cryptocurrency exchange, and that is Quadriga. Not one that I had heard before in the past, probably because it's based in Canada, so I'd never invested in it before. But basically, the whole point of this documentary is all these people were using this exchange to invest in cryptocurrency, and supposedly the CEO died. And it's pretty well thought that he faked his death. So the documentary is based around the people who lost all of their money trying to track down this guy who is supposedly dead. So I really liked it. It was super interesting. And just to kind of give you a better description from Cointelegraph, they said the founder of the crypto exchange allegedly died on a trip to India. Along with him, he took away the whereabouts of the keys of crypto wallets containing around 250 million worth of cryptocurrencies. So it's, if you've watched the Don't Mess with Cats documentary on Netflix, it's kind of similar to that. It's a pretty good format. But also Cointelegraph here has some quotes from people. So like one person said, watched it at the gym, got only halfway through it, but it's already insane. Biggest red flag is faking death with Crohn's disease. Seriously, you don't need an MD to know Crohn's disease rarely leads to death. So I'm gonna try and not give away any spoilers, but you can tell like people are into it. Here's another guy. He said, I had a lot of coins on that exchange, but one day I sensed something strange with the way the trades were being handled. Having set up a Bloomberg systems for Aimco, I had a good feeling for how these exchanges should work. Right then and there, I pulled all the coins out. So I think the cool thing about this is it took me back to like down memory lane, in a sense that there used to only be so many exchanges and they were so sketchy, and I could see like the people telling the stories of people that actually got taken advantage of. I was there with him, so I understand like how sketchy it is that maybe you read online, oh yeah, go to such and such exchange and then input your bank or credit card information here, and then we'll trade you these cryptocurrencies, which at the time people are thinking this is magical internet money and people are going to get scammed, which obviously they did get scammed. These people got scammed. People got scammed all the time. Not always, but it definitely happened. So I remember like me personally, I used Binance, and even at the time, Binance seemed sketchy. Like when I first signed up for Binance, I don't use it now, but because you can't, as a U.S. citizen, they actually remove U.S. accounts. You have to go to Binance US now or something like that. But when you first registered in Binance, there was only one Binance, and it just seemed like something was wrong. And then you could put in your bank account information if you wanted to, but to me that was like, no, we got to go through like a credit card. So there's some kind of security on this. Like it was just so off. And for some smaller investments, like during this ICO craze, you were trying to get into these new cryptos that people thought were gonna take off. So you might have to register for 3 different exchanges. Like say you had like Coinbase, you would get Bitcoin there, exchange it to another exchange so you could get this off-brand crypto that you could only pair with the actual crypto that you wanted. So it was just this massive confusion of like sending cryptos everywhere. And this documentary really just helped me reminisce on all that. And just remembering like when you had to do something like that, when you're trading from multiple wallets, and how high the fees were just to trade and everything, it's just insane. Like when I look now how much better these exchanges are, it's so much better. And to this point, for this Bitcoin conference, we might now actually be to the point where it's so easy that it's going to be integrated right on Apple software. Not even like necessarily through some like third-party app. It's going to be integrated actually on Apple, from what that article is kind of saying. So we don't know if that's going to be true, but my point is we're there. Like crypto is so much better at this point. So if you haven't seen this, I would definitely check it out. It's only like, I think it's an hour and a half. It's called Trust No One, The Hunt for the Crypto King. And I'm not going to spoil any more of it for you, but you know, it was a good one. I'm not even a TV guy, so I liked it. I enjoyed it. So that's pretty much all I got for this video. Looking forward to a great April hopefully we'll see how it goes, and definitely looking forward to the Bitcoin conference. And yeah, thank you for watching.